Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194 and appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and visit and check out my video. And we are here at Kyalami. I had a request for a setup for the Huracan EVO2. So haven't had too many requests, so I haven't done too many of these recently. But like I said, had a request for this one, so I went ahead and worked one up. Been working on a few sessions, so excuse me. I apologize. I sound a little tired. I've been up for a long time, so just apologize for that. I do the best I can, but this is going to just be a short video. It's really solid. Again, very great, consistent and race setup for the Huracan EVO2. So let's jump behind the car. And again, these are just my lines. I'm sure there's better. Kyalami isn't like one of my favorite tracks, but you know, again, the times for me here with this setup in this car with the EVO2 here, I thought were really good for me. So again, it's just good for, you know, it would give you maybe a few hints, a few tips. So let's get started. Make a quick lap. Again, that's really always hard right there. So it's really critical to get the car to feel right, to basically, when you put an input into the car, it reacts, because you know it's so much timing around here, and especially for that one curve where that sausage is, you really got to cut it close to get a fast lap, but you don't want to hit it. So again, really tough. Again, not a real fast track. 150 mile an hour is what I was doing down the end of the straightaway. Decent. Again, right at the 100, right where this line is, right at it. So you're right going past it when you're sitting in the car. Down to first. Try to do a late apex, so, you know, in a way, not super late, but just a little bit on the late side. So you're coming into this curb. Can run it out a little wide to this curb. It's all right. Not too wide, but it's all right to put a few wheels on it. Again, running tight to here. And you're going to run out wide to this curb out here so you can get the angle on this left-hand turn. Again, it's more of a judgment call here. But you have a lot of leeway because you can run over the curb if you want, or you can miss it. It just depends how late of an apex. But again, you want to be pretty much on the late apex side so you can get a good drive and get on the gas early. And you can see there, running out wide. Here I get all the way on the curb, all the way up to the left, and look for this red mark, but I go drive past it, and then just a judgment call, and then pretty much hit the brakes, downshift. And again, get on this curve. You can get a little bit over, even if you run off a little bit. You won't get it out of bounds if you're not too much. And again, right past the 50. I really usually judge where this curbing is. I don't really go off the 50. I go off of this curbing, and basically sitting in the car, I just do it before I get to it. So, I mean, I don't want to be on top of it, but I want to be just before it on the brakes. So you're in pretty deep. Again, you can be on this curb a little bit. Again, this is not a perfect lap, so I know you can go better. This is, again, you know, I got started with 55 liters, but this is far from a perfect lap, but it's just a good solid lap. Running out wide. Again, always want to get on the gas as early as you can. This is my Achilles heel here. This is always a tough section for me, this left and right. So again, takes a lot of practice. You go past the curb here. When you come past this curb, usually I touch the brakes. Again, I just usually touch it. You see I'm not full brake. And I use a brake a lot of times to try to get the car to rotate more or less or whatever. So again, you can run over there's so many lines through here. You can run up over the curb, but it does kind of bounce a little bit. But it doesn't wreck, so you're okay if you run up over it a little bit. Again, I'm trying to make the car very curb friendly, and basically, you know, to where it might upset it a little bit, but you really don't lose time and you won't wreck. And again, start to get, switch it back to the right, get on the gas. You see I'm already full throttle. Run it on that little curbing, run it up here. And again, when you come up here, it's blind. But as soon as you come up and you see the curbing, again, it's kind of a judgment thing. But basically, as soon as I see this striped curbing, I'm on the brakes. Then again, a lot of lines that you can go through here. There's really multiple ways that you can do this. But a lot of times I try to run it in tight. And if it swings out and bring it back, a double apex, something like that. There's just a lot of it just trying to keep the momentum up in the car. So you go wide and come back and bring it in close again. Again, this is the slickest part of the track. This next corner takes the curbs, it takes the bumps okay, but I like to do a little better there. Again, there's a little spot right there. I think it's a 100 coming up. Yeah, it's 100. This right up here is my brake marker. Basically, I got right up to it. Stay right up on it. So I'm going right up on it. Again, kind of a late apex. Go down to first. Again, it's not too bad. Staying close to the curb. Get on the gas early. You can let it run a little wide. And again, this is really tough. Again, it's a judgment call, but I go past this curbing, so I want to make sure I'm past it, and then I turn in. You can see, look at that, how tight that is. So again, that's how you do a good lap. I mean, the better you can without hitting this thing, you won't, you're going to be far from hitting out here. And of course, you can see, look at, I'm already full throttle. So I'm only right at the apex of the corner, and I'm already right to the mat. So that's how you really bring the speed going through here and carrying it all the way to the last corner, which is really important. Coming up here, all the way to the 50. Down to first. Again, I didn't do this really good here. I just kept it a little tighter, but it didn't hurt too much. That was a 141.23. And again, if I put a low fuel in it, I'm sure it would be around 41 flats, if not, going in on the 140s. So again, and a temperature is like around 22. 22. Usually I keep it between 21 and 23. That's what I do all my setups. So again, really happy with that time for me with the Huracan EVO2. Let's go over the setup. We got 25.2 on the front, 25 on the rear with a negative 0.2 on the front with the toe, negative 3.8 with the camber, caster 13. Toe on the rear is a positive 0.05 with the camber at negative 3.3. Again, all these are really good. Really not much you can really try here. I tried more negative toe, but it really kind of made it a little bit oversteery. So I really don't on corner entry, so I took some of that back out. But other than that, it's really, really good. Electronics 3, 2, 3, and 1. So again, the Evo 2 has the engine braking. So here with those all those corners, off the gas, it kind of helps you bring the car in with the engine braking. So I kind of left it at 3 instead of starting it at 1. Just a little bit more engine braking I thought would be good. Braking here is really important. Now on that, I did have the TC2 at 0. So you can do that. It's fine for that. I did try it both ways, and it's probably a teeny bit faster at 0, but it's very, very minor. So again, you wouldn't lose much, and again, it's just your driver preference. So whatever you'd like to do. 55 liters. Number 1 brake pad. Any roll bars 4. Brake bias is 54. You can go down to 53 without a problem. Steering all the way down. Springs on the front are 201,000 with a bump stop rate of 1,000 and a bump stop range of 5. And on the rear, the springs are 173,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 35. Anti-roll bar is 3 on the rear, and the preload is 140. Again, I tried softer springs. I didn't see any. I was not faster. It felt a little bit didn't feel as responsive as it did like this. So I just liked it like this. And I think it'll be better also longer in the run. So that's why, again, I went with this, the springs. I'm sure there's some more time in the bump stop rates and ranges. I did do a lot of adjustments there, but I'm sure there's more time. Excuse me. So everything else looks pretty good. Shocks, we got 5, 2, 12, and 15 on the front, and 1, 1, 10, and 5 on the rear, all dialed in with Motec, and the graphs came in really good. Again, always making adjustments as I go. Aero got 55 in the front, 63 in the rear with a max out with the 12 wing, and a 3 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a positive 0.5. I tried a 10 wing, the speed's the same. And like I said, I picked up, I kept getting faster as I put more wing to it. I kept getting faster. So again, in the beginning when I first had it roughed in, I was running high 41s to 42 flat to high 41s consistently. Now I'm running lower 41s to maybe mid 41s consistently, if you drop a tenth or two. So I think it's a lot better this way. And I think it'll hold its own longer. You have more grip, and the tire wear is really good front to rear. So I think it's going to stay consistent and not fall off a cliff or anything. So I hope you try it. I hope it works good for you. Again, the link of this setup will be in the description. And of course, I will have the link to this setup in my Discord. Again, all my setups are free. I don't charge a penny for them. And of course, I got all my other setups that are on my Discord. They're all free also. So again, hopefully they'll work for you. Again, all my temperatures are, as you can see, are usually 21 to 23 degrees for all my setups, unless I make a notation on the setup, like hot or something like that. And so and I always use 55 liters. So again, unless I put a notation otherwise. So again, I appreciate it. I hope it works great for you. I hope you give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I really would appreciate it. And of course, I got some good league races coming up this weekend. I got, which this video will come out today. I'm having my league races. Of course, I have E-Seniors, and that is at Brands Hatch. And I have Pan Am at Oulton Park. So it's British track weekend. So see what we can do. So again, I hope you come in and if I live stream it, watch that, which I probably will, at least the E-Seniors. So check that out. Of course, that will be at 2 o'clock. And that's when the race starts, but I usually will do practice and everything. So usually between 1:30 and 2 was when my stream starts. And of course, I hope you come visit me for that. So y'all take care, and we'll see you the next time.